Greetings. Now, some of y'all know that I am biased and prejudicial. And my bias and my prejudice tied to certain things, and one of the major things is the fact that I am a proud Southerner. I think the best part of this country is in the South. That's what I tend to think. The South. I love the South. So with that, I naturally tend to think that the best states in this country are South Carolina and Georgia. Why is that? Because that's my roots, that's my family, South Carolina and Georgia. So naturally, I expect those to be the two best states in this entire country when it comes down to it. My nephew, my Aki, my brother, Jeremy, has said that anytime there's something going on, a competition involving people from Georgia, he's gonna make sure he root for Georgia, or that Georgia. That's what I think is the powerful thing about us. But I get sad when I now have Georgians bashing other Georgians. Native sons, native daughters being put down by other people who are not even from here. But they induce in the minds of people here in Georgia to look down on your native sons and your native daughters. If you say that I grew up on a farm, I grew up in a rural area, and I had to pull myself up by the bootstraps, but you had some resources, I think that if you say things like that, you should think about the people who grew up in projects, in the urban areas, or in the rural areas also, in the projects, that didn't have the same means and the same resources because sometimes their own governments in those areas, in those locales, in those cities, those towns, and those counties did not try to do anything to help them. Nothing to do with public safety, didn't look at public safety, health, general welfare, did not look out for them. So those folks had to pull themselves up. They went through the public school system in many cases. They then go forward to now go to college. And they're gathering all the resources for them now to go to college. They're not putting it all together for them now to get a college degree and then go further. They become good citizens of this state and also of this entire nation. But it's sad when we have people coming from outside now bashing our native sons and daughters. When they say somebody who grew up in the projects that they're socialists, they're liberal, like that's something negative. And I tell folks, you can't say that about black folks in general, because black folks, the entire spectrum. One person has all of that, those labels. So here go our people in this state when we should be applauding our native sons and daughters instead not bashing them, people who come from the outside, putting the poison in some of us right now. We need to rethink who we are. Instead of knocking those people down, we should be celebrating them, saying, this is what can happen. We can say that to the next generation, say, you can do this also. No matter what is happening with you, there are resources out there, people out there that can help you along the way because they realize they did not have resources, so now they're making a way for you. Because see, that's what happened. For poor people, lower income people, for people of color, for African Americans, when they have been in the lowest rung of society, when they are excelling and they're climbing up that ladder, they now realize that helping hands were there for them. Praying grandmamas and granddaddies were there for them. Praying parents were there for them. Praying communities were there for them. So all they want to do is do the same thing for those people coming behind them. See, it's wrong when we have people come from outside the state of Georgia that now poison us with regards to who we are. Georgians, I expect us to be better. South Carolinians, I expect us to be better, not like other people. I expect us to tout the greatness that comes from out of our soil. We are the best in this entire nation. That's my thoughts. But I know that some of us get misguided by other people because of their agendas.